guys, Last Dog Miner here, and today we are playing Minecraft, and I'm doing my first ever mod, and my skin's finally working. So let me just try not to look at what I did. Anyways, here are all the parts. A few of the parts can't be crafted, but the ones that can are the pneumatic launch mechanism, which, or actually I should probably start with the tracks. Okay, you can't craft the tracks normally. Sorry for the walking backwards, it's just... I built something, and I'm not very good at redstone, so I can't conceal it that well, so I'm trying not to turn around. Oh, it actually... So, now I feel like a dork for saying that in the video. What you are going to need is a track fabricator. The only one of the blocks that actually works, other than... Oh, actually, that and track storage work. Track designer doesn't work and is work in progress. What the hell is making that beeping sound? Who cares? Well, track storage basically just stores the tracks after you make them using the track fabricator. How hard it is. Anyways, what you do is just scroll through this to find all of them. By the way, the Heartline roll and the loop tracks aren't really working on my design. Might just be how I'm setting them up. I have no clue. Maybe they have to be on the ground. Who knows? Anyways, as you can see, it shows how many iron ingots are required. How much material is required to make each track, which oh, well, that's awesome. Anyways, it tells you how many ingots are required to make each of them. You can choose how many you want to make at once. Here's how you craft them. Here's where you put the ingots. Here's where you get your track. Anyways. Okay, craft that. Nope. Okay, and now onto the tracks. What you're gonna do is like that, but you see how you try placing a curved track like that? What you're gonna need is the track maintenance tool. Just right-clicking it will turn it. Also goes the same for the regular tracks. Also works for the slope, slope up, and slope down tracks. Also works for the loop tracks, or the loop and Heartline roll tracks. Anyways, to make a slope, what you're gonna need is, see, even if it's at, hold on, let me just show you guys this. Even if it's at an extended height, like above the ground, you still are going to need a slope up track here. And wait for it. You have to place slope tracks to make it. Then at the top, you're going to have to place a slope down track. Now, be noted, you can't place normal tracks on the slope down track because its hitbox is right there. So you're going to have to build out from the hitbox or build from the bottom block and build upwards. So yeah, Heartline roll and loop tracks aren't really working for me. And also, if you've just come down, you don't even have to put a normal track there. It can be automatically curved, as you will see in my design. Let's just go put this away. As you saw, There's my roller coaster, which I just now noticed I forgot to paint everything. Shiz. Well, you can see it's basically red, white, and blue. Right? This is tracks. Anyways, next we should probably build the actual roller coaster. You can't place it normally, as you can see. It requires 1 track and 5 iron ingots. So basically, minecart with a track in the middle. Okay, you can only place it in the stations. You can't place it anywhere else on the track. And to get a station, you have to take 6 light gray stained clay and put them in this pattern, and you get 6 stations. The other one of these you can craft is pneumatic launch mechanism. 3 redstone and 3 iron ingots. You can't make the friction brakes, friction wheels, or chain, which I don't see why you can't craft a chain, because duh, probably because it's not actually required to go up these, which is stupid. It just makes you go up faster. At least so far. You know what? I'm gonna test that. Does it require one? Where's the station? It should be here. And you guys just got a glimpse of what's it called? Paints. Oh, also, while building this, I can dash toggle downfall. Like I was saying, I can show you the mechanics of the train. Oh yeah, it does go up. But like I said, mechanics of the roller coaster. If it reaches the end of a block without there being like another track, or like, say, like how I set up mine so that it would stop. You go like that, it auto stops. Anyways, what else? I guess the chain is just because in real life you would need it, so they put it in. And I need to get that back. The friction wheels and friction brakes I use. Well, I was using friction brakes and friction wheels. I think friction brakes are supposed to be used to either slow it down until it gets to the friction wheels, in which case it then rolls onto the station and is stopped, or are supposed to be placed in front of the friction wheels, and the friction wheels just push them to the brakes, then they stop once they reach the station and stuff. I don't know. I have no clue what to do with roller coaster mechanics. Anyways, oh, also, the only type of attachment, as in chain, friction wheels, station, pneumatic, and friction, that you can place on slopes are chains. And also, you can't place anything on corners. And what else? Well, I used pneumatic launch mechanism so that it wouldn't slowly crawl until you get to the next slope, because as you can see, I have a few slopes around it, but the beginning I wasn't really thinking, oh, I should probably use slopes instead of just using pneumatic launch mechanisms. So, as you can see back here, the part that I didn't build before I noticed that these things are useless on non-slope areas, is this. But over there, I've got everything. Anyways. Oh, also, weirdest thing ever. Tracks are not affected by gravity. Sure, you can put the support footer and support, hold on, let me just show this, to hold up the stuff. Basically just to make it look normal. The support footer actually would look like this, not like that. Until you place a block on top, until you place a steel support on top, it will look like that. Also, if you place a steel support on a slope, well, one, that happens. But, two, as you can see on all these, it attaches to the slope. Of course, the attachment thing doesn't happen here, like, say if you had it here and placed it, it would be halfway up or something, which would actually, I think, be pretty cool. Man, I'm getting really... anyways... you can also use wooden supports to go around the tracks. Sure, you can't build them on the tracks, which I find is pretty stupid, because, like, they actually go on the tracks instead of just floating half an inch above them for no reason whatsoever. Because that's what steel supports do, which is why I was using wooden supports for... Hold on, let me get over here. Over here, where I accidentally made a few of the tracks overlap. Because in real life, there would be supports that went around the tracks, but also held up the top tracks. But of course, it doesn't even go around. It just stands there. You may say, oh, well, this one goes around it. Actually, no, because the downslope that's its only hitbox, so these are two open blocks. And also the up block has an open block as well. Anyways, moving on. Let me just run over here. Oh, also you can make paths. Not really useful. Black stained clay to make asphalt. Also, I just now found out a few minutes ago that you have to use the track maintenance tool, by the way, that's crafted with an iron ingot and a stick, to make these. It's like a hammer, I guess. Sandstone for the sandstone path. Quartz for the quartz path. Now that makes 8, yet the others make... Oh, wait, that's an 8. Jungle wood, birch, spruce, oak, parchment is made with paper. Dusty path is made with cobblestone and dirt. And leafy is made with oak leaves, or I guess any type of... Oh, it's only oak and acacia leaves. Who cares? Oh, it's because the others are different shades of green. And dirt. Okay, just gonna place that back in there. Add pattern. Cue the fencing. Get it? Because it's Q fencing. Anyways, you can have Q fence, picket fence, iron railings, Q fencing corners, Q fencing triangles, Q fencing squares, and Q fencing gates. The Q fences, oh, I guess that one just doesn't look like it's moving. These can be moved using the track maintenance tool. These, I guess, just don't look like they're moving like that. This one, because they have 4. Also, I just noticed a few minutes ago that since... Oh, here are all the crafting recipes. Okay, picket fence and iron railings aren't able to be crafted. Q fencing is made with 5 iron bars in an upside down mine cart or boat shape. Q fencing corners are made with just 2 Q fencing. Q fencing corner and Q fencing are required for Q fencing triangle. And Q fencing square requires Q fencing triangle and Q fencing. Q fencing gate also requires a lever and Q fencing. And the lever was how I discovered you need a redstone pulse to activate these. Yep. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna bring in my friend who helps with redstone. So that he can just... Hey, Zelda. Zelda? Oh no, Mike. Anyways, guys, moving on. from the blocks. We have the paints. I'm gonna turn up my volume. Zelda? Hello? Try talking. Okay, it's working. Yeah. Okay, that's good. To make the colored paintbrushes, you just need a paintbrush, which is crafted with 1 wool and 1 stick, and paint cans, which are paint buckets, I guess, which are crafted with the dye of your choice and iron ingots. I'm turning this down. You can make all these colors, but you can't splash using the paint bucket, which I find is sort of disappointing. Like, say you wanted to completely cover one of these steel supports. I thought you could just like right click somewhere, it would completely blotch out the area with white. Nope. That's how you replace it with pink. Anyways, guys, to use these, you just, as I'm going to show you now, right click on any steel support or rail. Oh, it also works on picket fencing. Or the queue fencing. Nope, doesn't work on picket. You can use any color you want. I used red, white, and blue because those are technically my 2 favorite colors, not including white. Other than lime, which doesn't look good in this texture pack. See, that's lime. It looks terrible. Or not in this texture pack, in this mod. And I believe we have gone over everything. Oh, non-usable items. Track designer and ride operator's key, annual pass, and entry ticket. I guess that's if you want to set up a server. Maybe you could set up like just put this item in the hopper, opens it. Anyways, we are going to ride my roller coaster. Let me just delete all these paints. Where's the button? Here we go. Also going to need this to start the ride. Get back here. Okay, Zelda, want to join us? Zelda?
Yeah, sorry, I'm watching.
Okay, if you want to join us, go to this. You know what? I was gonna say if you want to join us, but this is basically the end of the episode. So how about I just bring you in next episode?
Okay.
Okay. No, you can still stay. I'm gonna just start speed episoding. Anyways, I just right click this one to get me going. Right click it to stop later. Basically, what I would like the modder to make it is like, instead of being normal minecart where you have to turn your head, like it auto turns your head, and also the wooden supports, your head doesn't just go into a block whenever you go through them. And also that the friction brakes actually stop you, and that the ride operator's key is required to make you go on the stations. And also that you can place the wooden supports around the blocks. Well, other than that, that has been my first mod review. Hope you all enjoy. See y'all next time, and peace out. Bye.